have secured the services of Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea. Plus, what's happening in Formula One and everything generally in the ever-exciting world of sport. Wale, welcome. Let's begin with boxing. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, the WBC World Heavyweight Champion. Some will say the real World Heavyweight Boxing Champion. He says he's retired, but after he was called out by Alexander Usyk, he has now responded. Earlier, when he watched that fight, he came out and was screaming obscenities, and he said that that fight was the most boring he had ever seen. I believe he exaggerated because he watched the fight. It was exciting. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. But now Tyson Fury has responded, and he says he's even calling Alexander Usyk a lightweight that is going to put him in his place.
I think whatever is coming out from Anthony Tyson Fury, I think he has combined what I say comedy, or just it sounded so very humorous. Most times he talked that you find it difficult to really take whatever he says very seriously. You should just take it. You said it here. I think we're almost even having a contest over him calling off or coming back from retirement. So that means that whatever he says should just be taken with a pinch of salt. But I believe he has what it takes to beat Usyk if the way he fights, because those things that Joshua tries to deploy in the second fight, he has it. He's very aggressive, we know, and he might not be able to take punches, but we know he has a very advantage physique that could.
No, he actually could take punches. We saw his fight with Deontay Wilder, and he could take punches.
Yeah, he could. So even, definitely he has this long reach, and he has the body size advantage, and he has even boosted.
And he's even got a fantastic boxing IQ. It's not just about
no, he's very fast.
I've seen bigger boxers than Tyson Fury, who never became world champion.
Yeah, who are not as aggressive.
Fury is very good,
sharp as he is. So that is, he has boasted earlier that he could beat Joshua and
Usyk on
the same night. And I was telling someone that I said, well, it's very possible. It depends on the.
No, it's impossible.
No, it
depends. It's impossible. He can't do it. Forget it.
So that is why I said he talks too much.
They can't really do that.
He talks. No. But you remember that of Mike Tyson and Mike Spence.
Yeah,
several Tyson's fight. That
he wins in one round. But even if you win a fight in one round like Tyson did, that was 91 seconds.
Yeah, 91.
He knocked out Michael Spinks. That means you have already done close to one round while your opponent has not done anything. It will eventually catch up with you. Yeah, but it depends again on the quality of boxers you put in there with the person.
They bring
if you get non-professional boxers, even if there are 5 of them, and you say okay, they are to fight against a professional boxer in one night, the chances are that he will beat all of them. Even 10 of them, he could beat 10 different fighters the same night. Who do that are not at his level. But if you get a world heavyweight boxer, for instance, Tyson Fury, you pair him against Alexander Usyk, and then you say whoever wins is going to fight Anthony Joshua next that same night. I can bet you that the person that wins that first fight will lose the second one. It's not. No, come on. It's not. Not that. Of course, they will say things like that.
The argument.
And Tyson Fury is not even the first that started this. It's actually Muhammad. It's Muhammad Ali that started all this talk of I will beat Joe Frazier and George Foreman on the same night. All those kind of
very, 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 very logical. Really, it's convincing. But let's just leave it at that and just expect that the fight. We hope it will come out. It will happen soon. He has requested for 500 million.
Let's hear from Tyson Fury what he said. I apologize. I'm just trying to play this for the first time. I know that there could be some expletive. I've not had time to edit it, but let's just hear this coming straight from Tyson Fury on his Twitter page. He says it's a special message, and then he adds Usyk, USYKAA.
Usyk, middleweight. You say you want the WBC. and it's held by gypsies. It is held by gypsies. It's held by the Gypsy King, and it's held tightly, grasped tight. And all road leads to a 7-foot behemoth that will absolutely destroy you middleweight. Middleweight, you will get smashed to bits. You say you wanted to fight me after you beat the bodybuilder. Called me out on television, and now you be a little bitch pussy boy. Running, hiding, saying you've got injuries. You ain't got no injuries, you had a sparring contest. Get out and fight in December, you let your mouth go. Now let's back it up, see if you can back it up middleweight. Doesn't matter if it's December, or April, or August next year. The outcome will be the same. I will obliterate you. I'm a 7-foot 20-stone behemoth, and I will destroy you middleweight. Find your balls, come see me.
Okay, that was Tyson Fury speaking there. I said that was what I had him say previously. He was calling Alexander Usyk a middleweight, a lightweight, and a middleweight. And you know, Alexander Usyk just came from cruiserweights to heavyweight, and that's why people even thought that it was not going to be any problem for Anthony Joshua, because Alexander Usyk is not a small guy. If he stands with average people, he's quite big. He's 6'3" and weighs over 200 pounds. But then you look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is 6'6". So he dwarfs Alexander Usyk and is even bigger than Alexander Usyk. But then you compare Alexander Usyk to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is 6'9". Tyson Fury dwarfs Anthony Joshua. And even at 6'6". Anthony Joshua, when I saw Anthony Joshua standing close to The Rock, the professional wrestler, he was dwarfing The Rock. And I think the Rock is 6'4", 6'5", like Kanu Nwankwo's height. But Anthony Joshua standing close to The Rock was much bigger, much taller than The Rock. So if you now put Anthony Joshua, who is 6'6", you place him side by side Tyson Fury, you see that Tyson Fury is the much bigger man, because Tyson Fury is 6'9". He's 6'9". So if you now pair Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, it will look like a mismatch, because as big as Alexander Usyk is, he was small compared to Joshua. Yeah, you now place him with a bigger man. Look at Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is even taller than Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder is 6'7". Yet he looked small when he fought against Tyson Fury. So I am wondering. I know stranger things have happened in boxing. Mike Tyson wasn't the biggest heavyweight. Mike Tyson was 5'10", 5'11", but yet he defeated men that were clearly bigger and larger than him, and he was able to find a technique that really worked. Although when he came up against someone like Lennox Lewis, who was much bigger and taller, stronger, it was a problem. So really, I don't know. Anything can happen in a fight. We saw with Kamaru Usman that, look, it doesn't matter how good you are, just for 1 second, everything can change. And that was what Deontay Wilder was aiming at, because Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher in the heavyweight, and he felt that Tyson Fury could be good for 12 rounds. He just have to be good for 1 second. Once he lands that
killer punch,
on a Tyson Fury will not be able to recover. But we saw him do it twice in the first fight, and Tyson Fury recovered and still came back to beat him. We saw him do it I think not Tyson Fury 3 times or 4 times.
I think
down
that was
in the third round. But Tyson Fury was still able to come back, and that's why for Alexander Usyk, I don't think he's got the power to. He couldn't even knock out Anthony Joshua, even though he had the chances to do that in the first fight, and even in the second fight, but he was unable to. I don't think he's got that punching power, and that's why I think Tyson Fury is the clear favorite against an Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, I think that was what formed my opinion initially. The way I said perhaps he could not really resist hard punch.
He was being punched by the highest puncher in the business. How would he resist that? And even then, he went down, but he got back.
I think which is the spirit of a champion. So ability to come back after you are flawed, it also tells much about how much you could go or how much you could take. So, and depending on how much you could even give, if you could give, that could surpass your opponent, I think the fight is up to you. But like you said, the stature, the physique could really go. One could easily say yes, and not just the physique, the way he punches, very aggressively, and he has his own technique too, very fast. Uses his feet well, and he could use the entire ring. He knows how to move around the rings. So I think all these things will work in his favor. I think, but Usyk, I think he has the mind, his confidence, and that will also work for him. At least I doubt if he will survive a knockout, but if he could get to a certain mark, he might be proud of it. Maybe he might now call for a rematch. Maybe the first experience would give him that experience on how to really go about the fight. But I think the first fight would definitely go in favor of Tyson Fury because of he's been there before. But we cannot tell again. Having retired could also have his toe. But I'm sure he will have
retired for how long?
Enough time.
Forget that retirement. Tyson Fury left boxing for a long time. He had drug issues. He was overweight. I don't know whether you saw Tyson Fury then. He was bloated. He had to. For more than about 3 years, he was out of the ring because he had serious challenges. He was depressed. Physically, he was not in good shape. And when I saw him there, I thought, oh, this is all over for this guy. I don't see how he can come back and become a professional boxer. But he did. And when he came back, he even fought, I think he had one fight and then fought against Deontay Wilder. And he said, before the whole world, look at me. I'm not even fully fit. And look at what I was able to do. He went the full round, the distance with Deontay Wilder, and it was a draw. That first fight was a draw. Some said controversially, a draw. But the second fight, when he had more time to be in the ring and train, we saw what he did. He absolutely dominated Deontay Wilder and knocked him out, thinking in round 7. Yeah, they threw in the towel. Deontay Wilder said no. He wanted to go on his own shield. He wanted to fight till the end. His trainer should not have thrown in the towel. And he refused to talk to his coach for, I think he even fired him, never spoke to him again before they had that third fight. And we saw what happened. He was knocked out clean by Tyson Fury. So this for Ahmed, Tyson Fury fought last year. Was it last year, even this year? When he knocked out what's this guy's name? Dillian White. He knocked out Dillian White in his last fight. That was when he said he was.
But when you look at
that was just a couple of months ago.
A lot of people, though, they could say that was a prison experience for Tyson. They believe that what made Douglas, the guy who beat him before Holyfield, before he fought Holyfield. Tyson.
James Buster Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas. That defeated Tyson. They believe.
Yeah, what about him?
Him leaving. Tyson went to prison?
No.
Was it?
No, that was before. It was after they lost to Douglas that Tyson went to prison. Okay. It was before the loss that he went to prison. It was after he then went to prison. Douglas did not even defend the title.
Yeah, no.
Douglas, his first title defense, Evander Holyfield beat him.
Yes.
Then things happened. Then by the time Mike Tyson was coming out of prison, Frank Bruno was the champion, and Tyson defeated Bruno to become champion. So it was before Tyson went to prison that he was. No, it wasn't because he retired. Okay. He was in action then.
Yeah, one of the things I read was that that really took some sharpness and everything from Tyson's from his sharpness and physique and his brow, the way
Tyson had issues before he went to prison, and so I think those were the things that really affected him afterwards in his life. Okay, let's go on this quick break. We will be right back. Please stay tuned.
My guy, this your sneakers shine. How you take that to the original? Now for Jand for this economy. I beg. Now for Adidas official store on top Jumia buy am. Now so with all the plenty international and local brands, and we get official store on top Jumia to get quality and original products. Them now show banker. You go badun correct discount on top brand festival from the 12th of September go reach the 2nd of October. Plus you fit make secure payment online, receive your order within 2 to 4 days, and return anything where you buy for free. Terms and conditions dey. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Hello, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. KUFM 92.7 has an impressive and constantly expanding number of followers online. You can now advertise your goods and services on KUFM's social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take advantage of our online presence and reach out to our growing audience at very affordable rates. Call 0703 109 4612 or 0806 530 5657 or 0802 232 7191 or visit our marketing office, top floor, Enterprise Foundation Building, number 62, Ihama Road, GRA, Benin City. KUFM, your business growth partner.
Another day of what feels like 72 hours of standing in the same queue. But you know the golden rule. You don't let anyone pass you, because before you know it, the whole city would have created a new highway, or even worse, a new province right in front of you, which would make you the new minister of emerging queues.
Snap out of it, Dave, and grab a refreshing Sprite instead. Because when heat happens, you need to stay cool.
What can I fit buy with 1 million naira? Maybe. No, I no go rich. But with 5 or 10 million.
Everybody na winner for Airtel Recharge and Blow promo. Just recharge and reach your weekly target and you go get 8 naira cashback. Plus, you fit also win up to 100 million naira every week. Just dial *444*4# to join. Promo na from now go reach October 31st. Terms and conditions do.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
All right, welcome back to Sports Fiesta live on 2.7 KFM Benin City. Let's talk football now. We can tell you that the Royal Moroccan Football Federation, FRMF, they have appointed former Moroccan defender Walid Regragui as their new coach, and he will be taking them to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The competition will be held in the Middle East from the 20th of November to the 18th of December. Regragui was confirmed as coach of the Atlas Lions in a press conference at the Mohammed V Stadium in Casablanca, Morocco. He has reportedly signed a contract up to the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. Of course, he replaces Vahid Halilhodzic, who was fired in August due to what was termed differences of opinion after he fell out with star player Hakim Ziyech. The Atlas Lions of Morocco, they are the first African team. They are the first African team to reach the second round at the 2020 at the FIFA World Cup, which they achieved in 1986. Yes, they are in this year's competition. They are in Group F alongside Belgium, Canada, and Croatia. So Morocco appointing Regragui, and this now means that all the 5 countries from Africa that have qualified for the World Cup, they will be managed by African coaches, as in coaches from their country.
Yeah, Walid Regragui, I think, I believe the FA of Morocco must have seen something very, very convincing about him. Not because they were in need of a new coach, because if they are just desperate about just putting somebody there, they would also be mindful of limiting the period that will be allotted to the coach, like just giving him the opportunity to take them to this World Cup, but not committing the 2026 World Cup to the person. So it shows that they have a comprehensive knowledge of what he could bring to the team, what he could offer the team. So between now and the next World Cup and even beyond that. So I think it's a good thing for them that is an homegrown coach who must have gotten enough experience. And this is we know that most North African countries have most of their players playing at home. So this will give him that opportunity to bring them together.
No, but for Morocco in particular, it isn't like that. Yeah, maybe a good number will come from Raja Casablanca and Wydad, but many of their players were actually born abroad. They are like what Nigeria tried to do, or what we are even still doing now. You know, many of these players, like Joe Aribo, for instance, Alex Iwobi, before he retired, Victor Moses, and some other. Well, Victor Moses was actually even born here, although he grew up there. But was this guy, the guy that plays wing?
Even
I'm even talking about this guy that left Leicester City, the Yoruba boy that in fact when he first came to the Ademola Lukman, all these players. When he first came to the Super Eagles camp, the first thing he did was to speak Yoruba, to say Nigeria, and somebody annoyed me on Twitter, was saying, why will he speak Yoruba? I'm like, what is Yoruba not a language in Nigeria? Saying that he should have behaved that he was being tribalistic by speaking Yoruba. I'm like, for God's sake, this boy is Yoruba. Yoruba is part of. It's an integral part of Nigeria. So if he were Igbo, he would have spoken Igbo. If he were Hausa, he would most likely have spoken Hausa. It doesn't matter. And besides, we all understand Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. There are three main languages, and of course other languages. We tend to speak it, even though you don't know everything there, but you will hear one or two words. But I'm not speaking what I know. That if I see an Igbo person, the first thing I'm likely to say is Kedu. You know those kind of stuff. You hear, you understand this thing. So I think people should just calm down. So. Many of the players from Morocco, or many of the players in the Three Lions of in the Atlas Lions of Morocco, they are players that actually grew up. Some of them, many of them, are born there, and they grew up there. So, but this now means that all the coaches, all the 5 coaches, Cameroon, Tunisia, Algeria, Ghana, and where's the last one? Morocco. Senegal. All of them have African coaches. And if my memory serves me, this is the first time that's happening, that all 5 of the countries that have qualified for the World Cup will be managed by African coaches. I think this is a step forward for Africa.
It's a step forward, and it shows that African coaches are really stepping up. And I think, again, we cannot really take away the fact that they also have the same chances to really be given that opportunity to handle, because they are also exposed to almost the same footballing technology, science, and everything that most of them played majority of their footballing years in Europe. So they are exposed to
most of them have acquired the UEFA Pro license, which is the highest.
And they do well there. So we've seen people like Olise and some of them coming top and doing well. So it's they should be able to lay claim to the end. It's not sentimental now, but I think there is a just and a well-deserved chance that they are giving to them. So they are not being robbed. So it's good.
Okay, so let's look at the coaches. For Senegal, they've got Aliou Cissé. Aliou Cissé, of course, used to be the captain of the Lions of Teranga. He was their captain at the 2002 Africa Cup of Nations. They beat us in the semi-final, and then they lost to Cameroon on penalties in the final. He was their captain the first time they qualified for the World Cup in that 2002, and he won the Africa Cup of Nations for them, of course, just some months back. Then Rigobert Song is the captain, coach of Cameroon, used to be their captain also, was their captain when they came to Nigeria and beat us to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Ojoro referee and all that. They were able to win. But there was no Ojoro when they won it in 2002. They had a very strong squad. In DFA, Samuel Eto'o, Patrick Mboma, the later Mark Vivian Foy, they had a super squad. And their goalkeeper, Alion Buka, man. Lauren Etamemeya of Arsenal those days, in Jeremy Njita. They just had a bunch of fantastic players then. Then, of course, Cameroon, managed by Rigobert Song. Then for Tunisia, they are managed by Jalel Kadri, who qualified them for the World Cup. Ghana, for now, I don't know whether they will eventually announce someone else, because they've been talking about another coach who is Ghanaian born, but was born abroad too. We're talking about Otto Addo is the coach of the Black Stars of Ghana. They've been talking about what's this man's name that used to be the manager of this club in the Brighton and Hove. Yeah. Was it Brighton and Hove, Bjorn?
Yes.
No, I think Huddersfield.
What was his name?
Chris Hughton.
Chris Hughton, yeah.
Yes, he's Ghanaian. He has Ghanaian ancestry, but born abroad. Yes. Then, of course, which other? I think we've mentioned all.
Yeah. No, it means we've not mentioned.
Look at Morocco now. Morocco, and we've said it is Regragui that we're talking about has just been appointed as the manager of Morocco. So all 5 of them African coaches, and they're taking their countries to the World Cup. We wish them the best. We hope that an African team can at least get to the semi-final. Samuel Eto'o has even said, Cameroon, Rigobert Song, go and win it. We are not just going to make up the numbers. All right.
That's a good motivation.
Yeah, so let's see how that will work out for them. Our captain, Super Eagles captain, he has not retired, he's still our captain, Ahmed Musa. We understand that he has terminated his contract. He has left his club by mutual consent. He's taught Fatih Karagümrük in Turkey, that he terminated that by mutual consent. I was hearing that they will soon announce his new club. So the bottom line is Ahmed Musa is now a free agent, and he could join any club of his choice. And that's the thing, when you are a free agent, it doesn't matter. The transfer window doesn't really affect you. You are free to, if you are able to have all the arrangements with a club, you can join them at any time. Okay, so for Ahmed Musa, I think I'm getting that. Yeah. He is to join Sivasspor after that the termination of the contract with Fatih Karagümrük. So we hope that he finds his form, does well. He wants to maybe play at one more Africa Cup of Nations before he calls it a day on his career.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I wish him well. I apart from his footballing exploit, I think other things he's doing is giving to humanity is also endears me to him, and I hope that I wish him all the best, that in wherever he finds himself, he's able to make a mark and just keep fit. Perhaps, who knows, he might just be in the next Nations Cup.
Okay, let's quickly tell you what else is happening in the transfer market. Well, this player was supposed to join Nottingham Forest last night on transfer deadline day, but the deal fell through, so we now understand that he is heading to Fenerbahce. This is what the Turkish club are saying. Michy Batshuayi from Chelsea. I know Chelsea fans will remember him as being the scorer of the winner. The last time Chelsea won the Premier League, it was actually Michy Batshuayi that got the goal for them. I believe that was against West Bromwich Albion away. He scored the only goal in that match. I recall them because it was all over the social media. One of the Okoye brothers, P-Square, because they are both Chelsea fans. I don't know whether it was Peter or Paul now, but one of them was at the stadium that day. I recall him taking a helicopter to get there on time, and he was there watching Michy Batshuayi score that goal for Chelsea, and that's how they were able to win that 2016-2017 English Premier League title. He's since been on 5 loan spells while at Chelsea. He has had spells at Borussia Dortmund, Valencia, twice at Crystal Palace, and also at Besiktas. He looks set to be moving to Nottingham Forest, that are signing every player available. They've signed 2 Nigerians already, but that deal fell through. So we hear now that he is going to Fenerbahce in Turkey.
Yeah, I wish him all the best. This is a player that shows very high prospect. When he was leaving Borussia Dortmund,
Yeah.
he made,
Yeah.
one would not expect that.
And the funny thing is,
him at the top.
when he plays for Belgium, he actually plays very well. I don't really know what his problem is.
So we don't know the fate.
He's got the quality and everything.
We don't really know that.
And he's got some great goals in his career.
So we don't know. I think even when he features for Chelsea, he will do well, but sometimes he will just get own goals. I think some of those things start putting, the fans are not really scoring. There was a particular game I was watching, and somebody said, this Batshuayi that normally scores own goal.
Batshuayi scores own goal? No.
He scores. That was even this one he scored that year was. He scores, as the person just said it, and before you know, he just scored an own goal. I said, oh God. I felt for him that day. I can't remember. I can't really forget that very day that he scored an own goal against Chelsea. I felt maybe one of those things.
Own goal against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for one of his long clubs. I don't think he's been scoring own goals against Chelsea.
You follow this thing more. So, but I think. No, I don't doubt his technical ability. He's strong, very good on the ball, but I don't know the fate when he came to Chelsea.
Okay.
Not really make a mark.
All right, let's look at what's happening in Formula One. We hear that Ferrari, they set the fastest pace in the second practice. The Dutch Grand Prix is on for this weekend. So Charles Leclerc led a Ferrari 1-2 in the second practice. Max Verstappen could only place 8th in the practice, and then Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc were 1 and 2. Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton was 3rd, while McLaren Lando Norris was 4th, ahead of the second Mercedes of George Russell in 5th. So that's what's happening. Of course, practice does not really matter. It's qualifying that determines where you are going to start on the grid, and then the main race coming up on Sunday. All right, let's quickly talk this one before we start taking your calls, and it has to do with you might hear this story and like, well, what's the big deal about it? But it's a big deal because it even sparked a racial debates. Now, what we hear is that the cap that is known as the Soul Cap, it is the Afro swimming cap, has been approved for. It has been approved after it was banned at the Olympics. So the World Swimming Governing Body FINA has decided that they could have this. So that swimming cap is designed for those with big hair, not big hair though, big hair. Like the Afro. When you have your Afro, it's big, or you have dreads. You do dreadlocks. It's big. You can't usually use the normal skull cap when you want to dive into the pool to cover it. So you need a special kind of headwear. So it was disallowed for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, which of course took place last year. So the manufacturer Soul Cap described the approval from World Swimming Governing Body FINA as a huge step in the right direction, and said that they're excited to see the future of a sport that's becoming more inclusive. FINA Executive Director Brent Nowitzki said the announcement follows a period of review and discussion on cap design between FINA and Soul Cap over the past year. So it is great now that they have accepted it, because it looked like it was discriminatory, because most times those who have that thick curly hairs and dreadlocks are usually from a particular part of the world. Yeah, either from Africa or from the Caribbean or those areas. So they felt that no, you are being discriminatory towards us if you insist that you are not going to approve this, and they didn't allow them use it at the Olympics. So now it has been approved.
Yeah, I think it's that's where that you speak out, and the word it will be just if people are giving thoughts to other people's reasons. So you look at the genuineness of the points they have made for themselves, and we know that sports in all ramifications should not give room to bias or have something against the other person. That she should be balanced. You should look at it. That's a just consideration, and I think which they have done. But if they have kept quiet, I think they would have just been denied the opportunity to have their way. But when you speak out, yes, you are not only having the opportunity to speak, but to be given the opportunity to be considered, and that which they have achieved. I think kudos to them for giving thought to the cause of the other persons. I think that's good for sports, and it's good.
Okay, guys, you can join us now. Okay, but while I've gotten what you're saying, Michy Batshuayi actually scored an own goal against Chelsea. That was way back in 2017, just 2 minutes after he came on in one match against Tottenham Hotspur. Exactly. Okay, guys, call us on 070-6263-9275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening. Please turn down the audio on your radio.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Paul. I'm the first-time caller.
Oh, Paul, let's welcome you to the family. Welcome.
I'm so happy. After so many years of trying, finally.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, bros. I'm a Man United fan.
Okay, congratulations. You are, as now Samson will say, dry bones shall rise again. You guys
we are coming back, and we're coming back very strong. Believe me. The team is playing well. We're seeing some improvement. We've recruited well as well. We hope that the new guys coming in will gel in well and key to the new manager's plan and strategy. About the match yesterday, it was okay, but I think we are quite sloppy in possession. The coach should try and look at that. Sometimes we have match, we have the ball, the opponent's half, and then we just lose it. Instead of capitalizing on their mistakes, we just miss mistakes and lose the ball. We should work on that. And I also want to commend you guys for the good work you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you.
Every day I look up to your program, and it's been a blessing. Thank you, and keep the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello?
Hi, Mr. Ibrahim, Mr. Wali. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, is this
evening
Crown Angel?
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, you guys are doing. First of all, let me say I'm proud of the way the transfer window went for my team. Like, I think
Which is your team?
Sorry?
Which is your team?
Okay, Ted Bolly, led.
Okay, Chelsea. Okay. You are sad the way it went?
No, that it was.
No, I say I'm proud.
Okay, proud. Okay.
Yeah. I think wherever Abramovich will be, I think he's also going to be proud. Like, and say Ted Bolly has done well.
I'm not too sure the number of players that rejected Chelsea this transfer window will have done that if Abramovich were in charge. So maybe he will be. I don't think he'll be too happy that Chelsea let their first choice go, because most of the players that they eventually got weren't the ones that they wanted to get.
Yes, you are 100% correct. I mean, most especially the dealing with Barcelona.
Exactly.
I think Abramovich should not have allowed that to happen. But I'm saying the amount that was spent, I think it's something that we are used to as Chelsea fans. Such kind of amount, buying players that are grade A players. I mean, so that's what I'm talking. And for Thomas Tuchel, I think it's high time he stop reacting to every issues that happen and rally around the truth. I think with all of this money that have been invested in the club, I think how he wants the team to compete. It's not just finish in the top four.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Crown Angel. And the good thing is that Chelsea also bought some young players for the future. So maybe they are looking at and some of the players that they bought, they did it in such a way that they will not need to spend any money in the next 5-6 years because they bought young players. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Benga, welcome.
Yeah.
the man they were talking about, the man that is talking about Man. Well, let us see come on Sunday the way our guys. You know, we have wake up now. 1 in town, 4/4. So
who is 4/4?
Arsenal now.
It's your club and you don't even know it's 5/5. You are saying 4/4.
Sorry, 5/5. I okay. We will make mine to be 6/6. So I enjoy myself that very day.
Okay.
It will be 6/6.
Well, you know, Benga, you could remember. They say either half full or half empty. I'll remind you that the last time Arsenal went unbeaten, right? They were.
Yes.
They were the last time they played Manchester United away from home, and it was their 6th match of the season. You know what happened? That was in 2004. Arsenal went unbeaten the entire season. So it's possible that that's what will happen this time. Maybe you go there, you beat them, and you go unbeaten. Or it's also possible that when you did your 49 matches unbeaten, remember, the match that you lost was at Old Trafford against Manchester United. So maybe that one will happen. I don't know.
But no, we are going on beating all throughout this
season. God willing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Benga. Hello.
Yeah, Brian.
Good evening, sir.
Daddy, wait on, sir.
Like this, Ronaldo, he stays behind. It appears so now.
Ronaldo is at Manchester United. Yes, it's not going.
Play Europa.
You see, what I say about him is that man will not give him full-time play.
Yeah, he's been coming from the bench, but I think eventually he will. Ronaldo did not even have a preseason, so maybe that's what he's also looking at. But I think eventually Ronaldo will start. They did not buy a striker, as in an out-and-out striker. So Ronaldo will still be integral to his plans. Maybe he has explained that to Ronaldo, and that's why he's staying.
He stayed behind. I just want to make it happy because by bringing him for the bench, or Bulgaria to do.
Yeah.
I don't know who is Arsenal next opponent.
Manchester United.
On
Sunday.
Trafford. That should be home game, Abi.
No, away for Arsenal, home for Manchester United.
I might just waiting. Anyway, let's say our Holy Spirit will do that for us. All right, thank you for the program. I enjoy everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Enjoy your weekend, sir.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Brian.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Frank. I'm calling from Olea.
All right, welcome.
Yes. I'm a Man City fan. So I just want to congratulate the Man City owners because I see they buy with experience. They not buy with those huge money they used to buy before. And the players they bought is they are young, you know. I just want to say, I believe this will be the 3rd time they will win the Champions League in the Premier League in a row because Ferguson is the only coach I think of that have ever done it. But Guardiola will be the 2nd coach that will win treble. That is 3 times in a row. That is hat-trick. Because Arsenal they will try, but they will not. They can't. But they should try and be the Champions League next season. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because what we need striker last season, but we still need it and win the league. Now we are fixed that position. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Nice to have you, sir.
Yeah, good to have you, Winter Blues.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, before I start, please, this Fabrizio Romano, so,
yeah.
I thought he's Chelsea director of football before, and he's like
Fabrizio Romano.
Not even,
Fabrizio Romano.
Yes, sir.
Fabrizio Romano is an Italian journalist.
Because from you, then who you call him transfer good kind of.
Yeah, so yes.
I thought it was even a Chelsea director of football. Okay, then that is it. Then this person you said the other day you were talking about there's one Nigerian name like that you called that whether Chelsea fan or I don't know. You call it English International, somebody Chukwuemeka.
Okay, Kani Chukwuemeka. Yeah. Yes.
So,
no, he can still play for Nigeria. He represented England at underage level. He can still play for Nigeria.
So what can I say? I will beg you. I started yesterday. I didn't get to. What can I say? I will beg you, please. When you are referring to him as that English International, please look for his English name. That name, when you mentioned that name, I was like, what's the meaning of this?
What?
Call his English name. That's his English International. Please, I'm not comfortable with it.
My brother, is Kani an Igbo name or is Kani a Nigerian name?
Kani
is Carnyney. It's not Kaniu. It's Kani Chukwuemeka. So that.
I'm just that's Chukwuemeka I heard. I learned that he's playing for somewhere else. So that is just on the national anyway.
In fact,
on hello.
Go on.
On this NFF issue, all this why I have not been able to go through. Please, the society like Nigeria, my own opinion is this: let there be what we call equity, fairness, and justice. So the fact that Nigeria is a diverse society with different ethnicity, different religion, blah blah blah. Please. I do not believe in the issue of when you're talking about competency, you can only find it in one side. So it should be, I believe that everything should be fair. So the way Madu Pidrick was the first person to do ACA or STM in quotes, please, the Northerners should be given that time. And the same way, person like me, I'm agitating in other sectors of life. As far as we are diverse. So let it go around. Let nobody feel left behind. No matter competent or not competent, you cannot tell me there is no competent person in the theater or the other way around. In the theater, there is nobody competent there. For me, leadership is about your support. If no matter who is in charge, I think the board, everybody support him. There is no, the person will make it. Thank you and have a good day.
All right, thank you, thank you, my brother. But look, for that one, I don't think it's even an issue. So, before Amaju Pinnick, you know what we had? Yeah. There was Ibrahim Galadima. He's from the north now, he's from Kano. Popular. There was Sani Lulu Abdullahi. He's from the north, he's from Kogi State. There was Aminu Megeri. He's from the north, he's from Bauchi State. And if you add Chris Giwa, if you belong to the Chris Giwa faction, he's also from the north, he's from Plateau State. So the north saying it should come back to them. I don't think it's neither here nor there, but it's the same way I'm telling those who are like agitating about it that no, they cannot say that. I'm like, for God's sake, they supported from what Amaju Pinnick himself said. They not supported him. So, and these things are common. When you have a southern candidate, he will want to go and get people from the south to say support me. Even the north, they know that they must they must get people from the south, and that's why they are telling them that it's not like this. That's why I was trying to like maybe you guys do not even understand what they are saying. They are not saying no, you either give us or there is no NFF. No, they're only like talking to their fellow people who will vote that we support you now when una man did here from south. So it's now more give us. So it's like it's just politics. It's lobbying. It's not like they are not insisting or saying no. It must come to them. Okay. And you were talking about Chukwuemeka. Let me if make it very small. I'll call his full name. His full name is Kani Chibueze Chukwuemeka. Okay, this guy can actually play for 3 countries. He was born in Austria, so he can play for Austria, right? Because he was born there. He was born to Nigerian parents. That means he can play for Nigeria. And he grew up in England, so he can actually play for England. He has actually represented England at under 19 level. Okay, but he's still eligible to play for Nigeria. Let's look at the text messages now. This one says, good day, my girls of sports. God bless you for the good work. Congratulations to Manu, Sunnyside from Agbo Road. Okay. Does MPFL do medical? Catch it from PZ. Yes, now they do now. It's just that, you see, the issue is that it's not
very
mediated, you know, not mediatized the way we see it over there in Europe, but they do. And even these days, we are beginning to see some pictures. Although some of the pictures we see, we like, if a better one, I know snap picture.
Somebody will tell you they do malaria test.
You see the medical that they say they are doing on this old sink spring bed. It's all sort of things. But they do medical. They do. Okay. Mr. Ebro, good evening, sir. Did Chukwueze loan move to Everton still fall through Egberi Papa from Urana? I don't think he eventually joined them, but there was that talk on transfer deadline that he was going to join them. If Nottingham Forest get relegated, Steve Cooper should be arrested for inappropriate use of funds. Ernest from Sapele Road. Okay. Good evening, guys. Since when Maguire stopped to the play Man U match, we don't win 3 narrow win. If to say he go join opponents, score their equalizer and they are winning. I believe all football lovers will agree with me on this. Jackson from Adwawa. Well, I'm a football lover and I do not agree with you. No doubt, no team is a pushover in the Premiership. But guys, it's no longer Premiership. It stopped being Premiership a long ago. It's the Premier League. As such, as each team wants to make a strong and positive impact in the league. It is still early days in the league, so we can't single out an outright team at the moment, despite Arsenal, Man City, and Tottenham performance at the moment. This left is golden. Okay, one last one. We'll take the other ones tomorrow. This is Blessed from Oyoge. Usigo Colette from Tyson Fury Hand. They no be mate. Please, which just see number did man you give Anthony, and okay, your message is incomplete. I don't know. I don't think they've announced the number yet that they gave to Anthony, but you can be rest assured that very soon you will get that. All right, guys, thank you very much for being a part of our show. We wish we could go on, but this is where we've got to say goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow, but it's going to be at 3:35 p.m. on Saturday Sports Fiesta. I'm Salih Ibrahim. I've been doing this